Being unhoused, it stopped me from having a normal life. It stopped me from having to be able to go to school and do things and see things. The only way I was ever able to go to school was at some sort of building where they would be like, "Oh yeah, we'll teach your kids something, and you can leave and have food and sleep, something safe, you know."
Not having stable housing is definitely gonna affect you not being able to succeed in education in most cases because you can't focus. Mm-hmm. Like if you're worried about where you're gonna sleep, it's gonna be hard for you to focus on doing homework or really maybe even see that as a priority. You're trying to find some place to live.
You feel like everything else is happening around you. No one notices you, and you feel invisible, like a ghost, like you're not a human anymore.
It is hard to maintain your mental health if you're in an unstable housing situation. Like if you're worried about where you're going to sleep, then if you're someone that's prone to anxiety, that's going to affect you tremendously because you're worried all the time.
Being homeless with two children. Um, and then just the whole, when you're a woman out on the street, it's dangerous. There's predators, there's people preying on you,
And growing up not being protected and not feeling protected definitely made me feel strong enough to protect others and to make sure others are okay. Mm-hmm. But no one ever made sure to take care of me and make sure I was okay.
But when you think about systemic structures in our society, you're talking about redlining, you're talking about lack of access to economic advancement, a lack of education sometimes.
The program in our district that supports students that might be unhoused, students that might be living in motels or hotels with their families. And even though the district isn't able to remove them from where they're living, there are supports that are being given to them while they are living in certain areas in order for them to gain access to education.
But you're looking at a very strong intergenerational dynamic, but you're also looking at all of the social dynamics around it in our society that somewhat perpetuate structural and systemic racism.